Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, so I know people are going to continuously come in, but I'm just going to go ahead and start. So I'm Morgan, I'm the president, and welcome to our first Shamos meeting. So I know we have a ton of new people, which is really, really great. So just as like a little introduction, we are a pre-medical and pre-health oriented organization, but we cater to like a wide variety of healthcare professions and not just pre-med students, but we do have a lot of pre-med, pre-nursing, and pre-PA students. So if you're any of those, you're definitely gonna find friends. And if you haven't done so, just go ahead and type hello into the little chat box, and that's how we'll take your attendance for the meeting. Okay, so just a little bit about Shamos. So Shamos was originally created to cater to all students pursuing a healthcare career, so not just pre-med students. And we also want to help you acquire volunteer hours and also build connections, like professional connections, to hopefully give you like a little foot in the door to get shadowing hours. So every single week, we'll have a different healthcare professional or school advisor come to give just general advice and also for you to make connections with. And they'll talk about their jobs, what it took to get there, as well as school advisors. They'll come and talk about what it takes to get accepted to their school, and then just general advice for getting accepted in general. And then the goal is to give you as many resources as possible, and also so you can be a well-rounded student. I think it's just really nice if you guys don't know what you want to do yet, that you can get exposed to a bunch of different careers. Okay.
So our meetings are going to be every Thursday at 6 p.m. And obviously it's going to be via Zoom and no person meetings as of right now because, you know, the virus it's out there. It ain't slowing down. Oh, my name is Daniel. By the way, I'm the vice president. I don't know if you can see me. I'm the vice president. Okay, if y'all have any more questions with the meetings, y'all could always like feel free to like email one of us or like in the group me, message in the group me.
And then you can also put it in the chat box too, and we'll answer.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hello guys, so my name is Maria Calderon and I'm y'all's historian. Okay, so since we cannot do much in person, our main method of communication will be via email, OrgLink, Facebook, and mostly on Instagram. So if you ever have any questions, send us an email, and if we cannot get to you or if you have a quick question, send a message through Instagram since that is the platform that we use the most. And we will do as much as possible to help you and or redirect you to the correct contact information.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our advisors. So Miss Renee couldn't make it today, but she did want me to mention that advising begins on September 21st for the spring. So that's like coming up, and I'm super surprised that it's that soon, or it feels like it's that soon. But she advises for all pre-health professionals. And then this is her office and her phone number as well as her email. If you guys want to take a screenshot, you can, but also I'm going to upload this PowerPoint onto OrgLink, and all of you guys will have access to it whenever you want to, if you need to go back and look at it. And then we also have our advisor, Dr. Gilliard. She is our Shamos advisor and JAMP advisor. And then this is her contact information as well. And she is one of our speakers today.
Morgan, does that mean you're ready for me now?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was like, maybe that was my introduction.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So hi everyone, I'm Dr. Gilliard. I am a member of the Biological Sciences faculty. I teach different levels of cell and molecular biology, so I may have some of you in class someday. I'm also an associate dean for the College of Science and Engineering Technology. And I'm also the JAMP faculty director. And I believe I can share my screen too, Morgan.
Yes, you should be able to now.
Okay, it says no.
Oh, dang. Okay.
But I have had this issue sometimes.
Yeah, I was afraid that was gonna happen. Um, and I put, okay, see if that works.
Okay. Yes, that worked. Thank you.
Awesome.
So, okay, so that's me. This is my contact information. I'm also this organization's faculty advisor, so if you ever have any concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. And the email that you see below is an alias of the email that Morgan put up earlier. They're exactly the same, meaning they go to the same place. So you can use either one. And I wanted to tell you just a little bit about JAMP. JAMP is the Joint Admission Medical Program. This is a program in Texas that provides resources to help socioeconomically disadvantaged students attend medical school. And so it is for pre-med students exclusively, and it does provide scholarship money as well as summer internships at a Texas medical school. It also provides MCAT preparation. And overall, if you are a member of the program and you maintain your GPA requirements, as well as obtain the minimum MCAT score required, you are guaranteed admission to a Texas medical school. So how might you be eligible? Well, if you have your FAFSA, your expected family contribution needs to be $8,000 or less, because again, as I mentioned, it helps economically disadvantaged students. And you need to complete at least 27 hours of college coursework after your first year following high school graduation. So after high school graduation, you need to complete 27 hours of college coursework. So what that means is if you did dual credit, that doesn't count toward the 27 hours. It has to be after you graduated. You also need to complete General Chemistry 1 and 2 with a grade of C or better. And this is really important because I see a lot of students not in Gen Chem 1 their first semester. And there are a variety of reasons for that. But it means that if you're not and you're interested, you're going to need to make that up. So if you are in Gen Chem 1 in the spring, you're going to need to take Gen Chem 2 in the summer in order to catch up, so that by the time you apply in your third semester, you will have completed Gen Chem 1 and 2. So as I mentioned, you do apply in your third semester, but you want to start your application process sometime in your second semester. So before you finish your first year at SAM, you want to begin the application process ideally, because it is pretty extensive and you want to have time to work on it. And you do have to have a 3.25 overall GPA, as well as a 3.25 in what we call BCPM, which is biology, chemistry, physics, and math. There are a few other qualifications. So if you think you might be interested, please email me and we can talk more about it. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is that SAM is what we call a committee school. And that means we have a committee that evaluates medical and dental school applicants. And we interview them. We write then a committee evaluation, which a lot of medical and dental schools prefer. So I strongly encourage you to utilize the MedSec if you're going to apply to medical or dental school. And here's the timeline. So basically the year that you're going to apply, we're encouraging you to have all your documents in for the committee by February 1st. So those are basically essays, your resume, and your transcripts. Those are the three main things. And then the committee will conduct interviews with you in March, and then your letter is submitted so that it's ready to go when the application opens in May. We have a second deadline, which we call the on-time deadline. And so all your documents are due to the committee by March 19th. And there we go. And that means we're going to interview you in early May. And that means we'll have your letter available for you prior to July 1st. So If you are going to be applying this year, please contact me and I will help you get started with this, and I'll put you in touch with other people that can help you as well. So we have some staff that assists with this. And I do just want to encourage you, please see Ms. Renee Harris for advising. She is an expert in knowing what you need in order to be a competitive applicant for medical, dental, pharmacy, PA, optometry, etc. So please make sure you're seeing her for advising. She is a very valuable resource for you. So that's all I wanted to say, but I'd be happy to take any questions if you have them. I'll stop sharing my screen. So I saw a question earlier from Stephanie about what is JAMP. So hopefully I answered your question, but if I didn't, please let me know.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so unfortunately, it was too late for me to apply to JAM since I'm already I was a junior and I transferred. But if I ever have any questions, I can go to you so you can help me with any other medical school internship.
Yeah, I'd be happy to help you. And I also recommend that you talk to Ms. Harris as well. She has a lot of knowledge and resources that may be helpful to you. But yes, I'd be happy to talk with you anytime.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sure.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's not about the JAM program, but it's about whenever I was getting advised, my advisor told me that it was smart to start getting internships since my freshman year, but I wouldn't know how to get internships since I don't have any connections. Do you help students with that?
So we don't have an official program to help students with that, but both Ms. Harris give you some general advice. I agree it's never too early to start getting experience in the medical field. The more you can get, the better. And if you don't have any connections, we recommend that you start with your own doctor. So maybe you have a primary care physician that you see. You can start with that person and ask if you might be able to shadow them, or if they have any recommendations for people that you could work with. That's where I would start.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, so I had a question. If you're not applying to medical school this year, can you use the evaluation? It's only for the year that you're actually applying. So if you're not applying this year and maybe you're applying next year, then next year would be when you would meet with the committee. We can't evaluate everyone. It's just too many people. So we have to only evaluate the people that are actually applying that year. And let's see. A question, do you have to do the MCAT before you submit the application to the committee? No, you do not. You do not have to have your MCAT scores for the committee. That is optional. Most students don't. So it's kind of typical that you wouldn't have your MCAT scores yet, or DAT. And Jasmine, I agree with you. Undergraduate research is a wonderful opportunity. And our faculty are really dedicated to mentoring undergraduate researchers. So if you can do that, it's a great thing to take advantage of.
I have a question.
Yes.
Excuse me, for like the PA school, what are the opportunities available on campus for pre-PAs, physician assistants?
So there is not a specific organization for pre-PA students, but you are in one of the right places because Shamos is for all medically oriented students. And there are a couple of other organizations on campus for students interested in the medical professions. There's another one called Minorities in Medicine, and it's broader than just medicine. And then Morgan, I saw in your notes that there's another one that I didn't know about.
Oh yes, so MedLife, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to compile a list for you guys that has a list of all of the medically or health-oriented organizations on campus, including honor societies, and then I'm going to send that to you guys. So you can kind of sort of see like, oh, do you want to go to a specialized society, or do you want to do an honor society, or that kind of thing too. But we do have MedLife as a speaker today. And then what I'm considering doing is having someone from each medically oriented organization maybe come and talk at each of the meetings, just so everyone knows like, okay, this is what they do.
And I would also encourage you, you know, a lot of physicians work with physician's assistants. So they have one in their office. If you go to see a doctor, you might inquire, hey, do you have a PA in your office? Could I talk with them? You know, I'm interested in being a PA. So that would be something else to try. Any other questions? Okay, well, you've seen my contact info. So if you think of a question or you'd like to ask me privately, please feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful meeting.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Esther,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Good to see you again, Dr. Galliard.
You too.
Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen again. Okay. Okay, so before I get into all the other boring stuff about the meeting, so if you were a member in the spring and you're returning and you did get a spring semester t-shirt and you paid your dues and everything, make sure to contact me by October 1st. If you don't contact me by October 1st to pick it up or to have it shipped to you, it's going to become Shamos property, and then we have the rights to sell it afterwards. So definitely, if you got a shirt, make sure you contact me. And then the shipping was about $5. So we won't charge you more than $5 for the shipping. And then my email's on here too. Okay, so how to become a full-time member, step 1. First, I think everyone here is on OrgLink, but if you're not, make sure that you just Google SHSU OrgLink, and then it'll pop up the first link. And you click on it, and then you just search for the Sam Houston Association for Medically Oriented Students, and we pop up, and then you click on it, and then in the top right-hand corner, there's going to be an option for you to request to join. Just click that button, and then you're good to go there. But no matter what, you have to be a member on OrgLink, whether you pay us your dues or not. If you're not a member on OrgLink, you're not a member. That's just a Sam Houston State University requirement that we have to follow. Okay. Oops, sorry. Is Tiffany here?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get my stuff unmuted.
No, you're
Hi,
good.
everybody. My name's Tiffany. I am the social chair. So yeah, how to become a member. Step 2, you have to have 10 service hours in the semester. Anything less than 10 is going to be part-time membership. Any service hours earned over 10 will roll over into our spring semester. And you use an hours log to keep all of your service hours, like, you know, logged. So you use that same service log for non-meeting and non-blood drive hours, and then you turn it in at the end of the semester. And then this is really, really important. 1 hour must be from blood drives. And that doesn't mean that you have to give blood, but like whether you're out there just like handing out flyers, or if you get like turned away, at least 1 hour has to be from blood drives.
And we're pretty flexible with that too. Like if you go to try and donate and they reject you because you have low iron or something, we'll give you an hour for it, just trying. That's something really important, is like, just try.
But one thing for sure, just make sure if you try to donate and you get rejected, send us like a proof that you tried to donate, and that way we can add the hour.
Yes, so if, oh, I don't have her email on here. So this email right here for Denise Garcia, she's our philanthropy chair. Make sure to email her if you do happen to get rejected, so she can make a little note on there. So we know like, okay, you tried and you got your hour.
Okay, so Samantha, or did I say that right? I don't want to butcher anyone's name. I can't look at the chat because I'm on my phone. Yeah, Samantha Hernandez just asked in the chat.
Oh, I didn't have my chat open. Dang.
Yeah, but
We go.
if you get someone to donate blood for you, then yes, those hours that will be for you. Just get the blood people sign off on a paper. It's showing that you were there or that the person, whoever was there, and then you can send that to Denise, and then we can go about our merry way, and you'll have your hours.
Yeah, and it'll be 1 hour per every person you refer. So if you refer like 3 people, you get 3 hours. And then Violet asked about previous shirt sales. Oh my gosh. So we are gonna try and sell some of our old shirts after October 1st. We're giving people until October 1st to come pick them up. And then if they don't, then we're gonna start selling the old ones for $10 or 15, depending on which one it is. So we'll cover that on October 1st. And then we will also vote next week on a new shirt for this semester. So your dues cover the shirt for this semester as well. Whoop. Sorry, I'm still like working with Zoom. Okay, so for donating to the food pantry, what I'm gonna have you guys do, whenever you get to the food pantry, you're gonna take a picture of the items that you donate, and every 3 items is gonna be 1 hour. So that's how we're gonna just kind of sort of go with that. So how you can get your volunteer and hour opportunities, just show up to the meetings. This meeting and all the rest are gonna be 1 hour each. And then blood drives, and then food donations. And then the same thing for the Reeve Huff donations, 3 items is 1 hour. Just send me a picture whenever you're actually there, and then that's gonna count. And then also we are gonna start something new, and we're gonna try to offer Zoom STEM tutoring for K through 12 kids. Contact Denise Garcia if you want any more information. Her email is there too. And then hours that you get outside of the organization, like whether you make masks or you volunteer with like hurricane relief or anything like that, that's gonna count as well. So, and then
also, oh, sorry.
You're good. Go for it.
Guys. So I highly encourage y'all, whenever y'all are donating, to send us pictures so we can upload on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, we love pictures.
Yeah, we love pictures. Yeah, please.
We really do. We love pictures. So the max for the donations, we're not going to put a max this semester just because with COVID and everything, I think that donating to the food pantry, you're helping out students like us. So any one of us can utilize food pantry at any point in time, and that's going to continue throughout the semester. So we're just going to keep that going. Okay, so we covered that slide. Okay, so some important dates. This is everything for September and October. So obviously today was just our first general member meeting. We still have more slides to go over, but these are just some important dates for you guys to know so you can kind of sort of have an idea of what we're gonna do. So we have some UTMB medical students coming to talk next week, and then we have a blood drive, and then we have UTMB medical school admissions coming to talk as well. And if you're planning on going to UTMB medical school, be at this meeting because this lady, Latanya, she is super, super important. And if she knows your name, that's a really good thing. So that's going to be important. And then, sorry, out of breath. October. So October 1st, we're going to have an OBGYN. And then October 3rd. So we can't go to the actual walked-in Alzheimer's. They decide to make it completely virtual. And the way that we're gonna do this is if you have a phone that has like an health app or anything, for 1 mile, you're gonna get 2 hours. So if you run or you walk 1 mile, that's 2 hours. Oh, there we go. Oh, sad face, yeah. Yeah, I was sad too. It was fun last year. And then we have another blood drive. There's blood drives all over the place. So like we have plenty of blood drives for you guys. And then, yeah, it was hot. I remember it very vividly. And then on October 8th, this lady right here, she's really cool. Yeah.
With the blood drives, right? Do we have to like pass out flyers like every time they have the blood drive?
No, you don't have to. So we only require one app.
The opportunity.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We have flowers for you every single time. So yeah, that's like an option for you,
And if
for
you
sure.
decide to, got you. And if you decide to like after that, every time you get hours for that, right? Get points for
Yes.
your day. Okay.
If I understood it correctly. You were kind of breaking up a little bit, but I think I understood you correctly.
It's in terms of perception is kind of bad.
Yeah. Okay. So on October 8th, we have Miss Destiny Benner. She's a family nurse practitioner, a paramedic, and a firefighter, and also an EMS person. That meeting is going to be held at 7:30 p.m. It's the only meeting that's going to change times. And the reason I did that is because I really wanted her as a speaker, and her office doesn't close until 7. So I just kind of sort of had to work with her, and I was like, okay, we'll make it at 7:30. But that's the only one that's going to be a little bit different. And then it's still going to be via Zoom too. And then we have a respiratory therapist, and then another blood drive. So for the Alzheimer's walk, is it just for that day, or can we send in walks and run that we do at any time? I'll make it for that weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then after that, then it'll stop on Sunday. Whoops, didn't mean to change slides. Okay. So then after the blood drive on October 19th, we do have a forensic anthropologist coming to talk. The reason I'm having her come and talk is because I know there's a few of us in here that are kind of sort of interested in forensics and medicine, and we just didn't know where to go. And she also was the head of the anatomical research center here. If you guys don't know, that's the body farm. So if you're interested in anything in that type of field, she's going to be a really, really important lady to talk to. And she's really nice. She's really helpful. She's not working at Sam Houston anymore. She ended up stopping to work in August, but I still wanted her to come and talk because I think she's still at the Anatomical Research Center. And then on October 29th, we have a student panel with a variety of students, and now either are in nursing school, or they're a nurse, or they're pre-med, or they're medical students. Like, it's just a whole mixture of people. And then, okay, so for the virtual walk, what app would you log in for? Just use whatever you have. If you need to download one, you can download one. We're not that picky. And then for registering, you don't have to register. If you want to donate, that's another thing that I forgot to mention. If you do want to donate $5, then that'll be 1 hour. And then we'll send you guys the link for that too. Okay, so this is our big, important blood drive slide. So, some blood drive opportunities. This is going to be Denise. Is she here?
Yes, to answer a question in the chat, can you donate blood at a donor center? Yes, absolutely. Just get some method or get something to log what or the day you went, and get the blood people to sign on it as like proof you were there, and then we just send a picture of that to Denise and we will accept it.
Yeah. Okay, so I forgot that Denise actually wasn't going to be able to make it today. So I'm going to cover her half, and then we'll have our blood drive coordinator talk. So blood drive opportunities, this is all of the dates we have for the semester. So definitely, if you want to take a picture of this slide, you can too, but like I said, I'll upload the PowerPoint for you. So it's going to be 2 hours for successfully donating red blood cells, and then you get an extra 2 hours if you donate plasma as well. So that's 4 hours just for that. And then, stop changing. And then it's 1 hour for if you try to donate, but you got rejected for whatever reason. And then also 1 hour per every hour that you pass out flyers. And then is Teresa here? Oh, dang. Okay, I don't think Teresa is here. There's a million things that could have gone there. But I'll give you Teresa's information. So this is our blood drive coordinator's email. If you have any specific questions about blood drives, like whether you're going to be eligible to donate or any type of really, really like specific questions that we can't answer, this is who you're going to need to email. Oh dang, I'm like missing a bunch of things in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this. Okay, so yeah, in order to hand out flyers, what you're gonna do is you're gonna need to contact Denise. Her email is at the very bottom of this flyer here. Sorry, I know it's a little bit hard to see. We will add it to the next email as well. So whenever you wanna hand out flyers, you just email her, preferably the day or two before, so she can meet with you and physically give you the flyers. And then you just let her know how long you were out there for.
Hey, Morgan, I'm gonna go ahead and write her email in the chat.
Okay, yeah. And then the blood drives, it's gonna be at the same location, same time, every single time. It's gonna be in between the chemistry building and the life science building on the second floor entrance. So it's kind of like on the road, but not really. There's like a little, you know, that little area where people can park. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be really hard to miss. Okay, and then we have MedLife.
Okay, hello. All right, hi, I'm Kaylee, and I'm the president of Bearcats for MedLife. So we're a relatively new organization to campus, and we kind of welcome all majors, pre-med majors, pre-nursing, nursing, already in medical school. We even have education majors. We have construction workers, things like that. A little bit about MedLife. Basically, what we as Bearcats for MedLife are the same Houston chapter of MedLife Official, which is a bigger organization that is over us and governs us. But they provide service learning trips for medical professionals, dental, we also have pre-dentistry and things like that, dental professionals, OBGYN, and like I said, education. And basically, pre-COVID, of course, we were, you're able to travel to places like Lima, Peru, Ecuador, Tanzania, Nicaragua, and provide medical services to low-income families who lack access to that, those services. And while you're there, you also help improve a school or a staircase or some kind of infrastructure project that needs some tender loving care, as you would say, maybe. So it's a really well-rounded program that gets you in those communities and helps you serve those communities and give back, and also learn knowledge about the field that you're interested in. So with COVID going on, they have actually started these service learning trips in a virtual format. They announced that today. So it's like a week-long kind of webinar in a way. Let me try to screen share and it will make a lot more sense if I can show it. Okay.
You should be able to.
Okay, let me see. I am Zoom deficient sometimes, so
I am too. You're good.
Let's see. Okay, share screen. Let's go here, possibly. Share. I don't think this is actually what I want to show, but here's the flyer. Okay. So yes, they will have these. Can you see this?
So we can see your emails and my email to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not showing the virtual. Let's see. Stop share. Let me try it again. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this is this the flyer?
Yes.
Okay, so it's called Med Anywhere, and it's a virtual service learning trip. And like it says, you'll get service hours, 20 service hours certified by MedLife. It'll help you to network and create those connections still, and interacting with those professionals, so you're still getting that experience with the doctors, the nurses that are there, and things like that. So it's got a lot of great benefits, and like I said, they just announced this today. So lots of learning on my part as well. But that's the awesome thing about MedLife. They always have a new innovative thing coming out. So you will still get that experience like you're in Lima in a way, is what I'm understanding from this, and getting that shadowing of the medical professionals or dental professionals. And for anybody who hasn't heard of MedLife before, we've had a few meetings, but we are, like I said, very new. I think this is our 1-year anniversary when we have our upcoming member meeting in September. So we've had some speakers from like College Station talk to us about their actual trip experiences, and we aspire as a chapter, when COVID is contained and under control, to go to Lima, Peru. That was our plan for this summer, but it got canceled. And that's okay, because right now as a chapter, we're kind of redirecting, and we are having a lot of community development projects as MedLife, Bearcats for MedLife. For example, something we have going on are in the works with a elementary school that has lower income type of families who can't always provide the services they need for children at times. So we are fundraising a fund for them to be able to dip into for like the kid who needs new eyeglasses, and they are having a little trouble coming up with the money. So we're doing things like that. And we also have our first general membership meeting September 21st at 7 via Zoom. I can stop sharing my screen. I'm sorry. So y'all can see the slide that Morgan made. But yes, we're having that, and we will have the College of Medicine actually coming to speak at our first meeting September 21st. And it will be via Zoom, but I know there's a lot of pre-med majors here in Shamos, and so we wanted to bring College of Medicine in so that you guys can get exposed to them if you would like. So they're going to kind of talk about their program and ask any questions you may have. So other than that, our goal is Bearcats for MedLife. We want to be engaged in our local community, and when we can, go on that service learning trip and take members with us from Bearcats for MedLife, so that they can get that medical experience, that exposure, and giving back to those communities. That's what we're really passionate about. And like I said, this semester we'll be trying our hardest to give back to these local communities. We have some health fairs in the work for more of the rural population who need things like that and may have questions. So we're working with some smaller clinics and with the College of Medicine as well, collaborating with them to start getting health fairs and things like that started. So we have a lot of plans and a lot of really exciting things coming up this fall semester. So we hope to see you guys at our first meeting. It will be via Zoom, and we will send out that link. And yeah, we also are really, really active on Facebook and Instagram. So I can put in our chat.
Yeah.
Put in the chat our name to look up on Instagram. Please give us a follow because that's where we always try to give all the information. You can also email me personally, which I'll put in the chat. And then I will put the Sam Houston email as well. You can ask me any questions, DM us on Instagram, Facebook. But yeah, keep updated through that. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So yeah, thank you.
Sweet, thanks for coming. And then yeah, if anyone in here is interested in going the osteopathic route as compared to the medical school route, definitely go to that meeting. Like if you're interested more in like primary health care, that's probably going to be a really, really good meeting for you. But also, just as like a little side note, they like whenever you take the MD and DO route, you can do the same thing. Like if you want to be, let's just say, an orthopedic surgeon, you can do that with an MD or a DO. So that might be something for you guys to look into if you're not really liking like the way that med schools work. That's just more of a personal preference thing. That's all up to you. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I honestly didn't know. I'm a nursing major, so I didn't know there was like a big difference, I guess. But yeah, it's the same Houston osteopathic medicine, who will be at our meeting.
Yeah, there's like not, I know a lot of people say there's like this big difference, but now medical schools are starting to become more like holistic. So I think eventually they're going to kind of sort of become like almost the exact same thing, but a little bit different from each other. It's just going to be like another option for you if you're interested in medicine.
For sure. Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you. Okay, is Joseph here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, y'all. My name is Joseph Adine. I'm the treasurer. So how to become a member, step 3. So we do have dues. They are $28 and they are due by October 1st. There is no, if you try and do it October 2nd, it's, I believe you become a part-time member, Morgan, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you don't pay your dues, but you earn hours, then you're considered a part-time member and you don't get the benefits of being an actual member. So.
Right. And we did bump the dues from $25 to $20.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more
Basically,
affordable.
you'll end up paying for your shirt.
Right. It's for your membership and your shirt. Right. So I did put our Cash App right here. It's shown on the, do y'all have Venmo? For right now, just Cash App, but if most people have Venmo or they don't have Cash App, I mean, I can make a Venmo also. Or also you can meet in person. I prefer Cash App, but if you need to meet in person, you only have cash, and that's fine too. You can always email me. I think I put my email there.
Yeah, it's at the very bottom here.
Yeah, that's my email. Or you can just send me a message on GroupMe, and we can figure it out. Venmo. Okay, I'll make a Venmo after this meeting. Okay, I'll make a Venmo. Okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
Cool. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, send me an email or send me a message on GroupMe.
Squeeze. Okay, so the spring semester scholarships that we were going to have in the spring got pushed to the fall. So everybody that pays their dues and you get your 10 hours, you can participate in the spring scholarship awards. So the top 2 members with the most hours are going to receive $100 each. You can do whatever you want with it. So, and then in the event of a tie, whoever attended the most meetings will get the scholarship. And then in the event of another tie after that, then we'll just have to split it between the 2 of you. So there's that.
So Julietta, what's the difference between full-time members and part-time? It's mainly just in name and what you can put down. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but it also relates to the next slide on whether or not you can use it or not, or whether or not you get a discount.
Yeah, I'll end up going into the really specifics of full-time versus part-time member in just a second. It's mostly the difference in the benefits that you get from us. So, and this happens to be one of them. So instead of doing Kaplan, because we didn't really get a good turnout with Kaplan discounts over the past couple of years, not a lot of people did it. And then also our advisor for Kaplan kind of sort of just disappeared. So I found another program for you guys. It's called the BMO Academic Consulting Agency. So who do they help? This is all of the professions that they can help with. And then specifically for my pre-med students, I don't know if you guys know, all of you know what the Casper test is, but it's one of those tests that you have to take in order to get accepted to medical school, and they don't really talk about it that much. And it's really hard to prep for. So I thought that was kind of important because you need to do it and you need to be successful at it. Is there anyone in here who does not know what the Casper test is? Yeah, so what Isabel just said in the group, in the little chat, it's an ethics test. It's going to test you on your ethical decision making and your thought process. So, and you have to take it before you go to medical school.
Sorry, well, not in addition to ethics, it's also mainly about just maturity of thought and whether or not you rush to conclusions, and also whether or not you see things in black or white based off a limited amount of information you're given. In most cases with Casper questions, you're given little information, and then they want you to react in a manner that would be appropriate for a professional such as a doctor or a lawyer or a PA or a pharmacist or whatever. So it's mainly just saying if yes, you have the book smarts, but do you have the head smarts up there as far as like just being a good person?
Yeah, more practical.
Yes.
Not just book smarts.
Yeah. It's definitely an important test. It's really, really important. I just can't stress it enough. But they also help you after. Ooh, go ahead.
Some medical schools don't
where'd you go?
always take it, or some medical schools don't always require it. I know in Texas that at least, I think it's Lubbock, and I know for a fact that Texas College of Medicine does require the Casper test. There may be more, but the two that I'm pretty sure on are Lubbock and Texas A&M College of Medicine.
Yeah. So definitely, also whenever you're like looking into medical schools, definitely research the school that you're wanting to go to, because a lot of them require a bunch of different things. So that's going to be something to pay attention to too. But they help with, so the application process, because it's really big and really complicated, they help with your personal statements, and then they also do interview prep as well as multi-mini interview prep, which not a lot of places do either. So, and then as a Shamos member, you get a 5% discount of up to $900 on all of their services. So whether you're pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-PA, literally anything on this list, you can use it, but only if you're a full-time member. So these are all of the benefits that you get as being a full-time member. So obviously you can make connections with your peers, healthcare professionals, and school advisors. And then most of the health professionals I have coming to speak will let you shadow. 9 times out of 10, if you ask them, they will say yes. And then also, also becoming a well-rounded student by hearing from a variety of professionals, earning volunteer hours for your resume and applications. So if you're a part-time member, you can't put full-time member on your resume. You have to like specify like, oh, I was a part-time member of this organization. And then you can also participate in the spring semester scholarship. If you're a part-time member, you don't get to do any of this basically. So you earn a graduation cord after 2 consecutive full-time semesters, and then you also have the ability to run for an officer position after 2 consecutive full-time semesters prior to the election spring semester. So for like example, so next spring we'll probably be hosting elections. So you would have to be a member both this past spring and this fall in order to run. So, and then the BMO discount. If you're a part-time member, you don't get any benefits from it other than you get to come to the meetings. That's pretty much it. And then you don't get your t-shirt. So, okay, so now we can do like a formal introduction of all the officers, because I wanted to save it for last in case we had time, and we have 7 minutes. So, okay. So, hello again. I'm your president. I'm Morgan. I'm majoring in biomedical sciences. I have a minor in health that I just finished this past semester. I did just finish some undergraduate research over the summer with the Sam Houston Food Pantry. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to, just message me, email me, whatever. I can help you answer questions there. And then, let's see, I plan on being a medical examiner. I know a lot of people don't plan on doing that. So that's just a fun fact. Okay, is Daniel here? Daniel? Where'd you go? Dang, okay. I guess he's gone. Okay, Tyler.
Hello everyone, I am your secretary, Tyler Bates. You'll be getting a couple emails from me here and there. I'm a junior, biology major, chem minor. I'm also the historian for the Tri Beta organization here on Sam Houston State University. I'm also a JAMP student. So if you want to learn more about JAMP, at least with the student side of it, you can always ask me, email me, I wouldn't say call me. I haven't given my number out to anyone, at least freely. But just go ahead and ask me any questions. And also do research with Dr. Randall. Do a lot of stuff. You'll see me around. I'm a busybody. And Joseph?
Okay, Joseph?
Okay, so hi all again. I'm Joseph. I'm the treasurer. So again, if you have any questions, I'm a junior, by the way. And if you have any questions, also, just in general, if you all have questions for us and like, what classes to take and professors and all that, you can feel free to ask us. We're very open about that. I'm also doing research, but with Dr. Cook, who's in the biology department for zoology. Yeah.
Yeah, any questions that you guys have literally about anything, definitely just, if you message in the group me, one of us is going to answer at some point. So definitely reach out about anything.
Yeah, and you can ask about even things you just want help with as far as like understanding a subject if you want. Granted, if we haven't gone over it, I'm sorry, we can't really help you, but if we've gone over, which most of us are in upper level sciences or chemistries, we can help you.
Don't ask me help for chemistry. Don't ask me for help with that.
If you want help with chemistry, you can ask me. I'm in biochem. I don't know where everyone else stands as far as chemistry, but you can go ahead and just ask me.
Alright guys, so my name's Maria, I'm y'all's historian, and I run the social media platforms. My major is biomedical pre-med, so I would love to be a doctor and help out people. One interesting fact about me is that I was born in Mexico, so I would love to, in the future, to go and study the methods in medicine, how they practice, the type of, stuff that they use. I don't know. I think it's really interesting. Definitely, I can't help you with like, y'all's classes, but for sure, I would be here if you ever need anything or just someone to talk to. I am all ears, and I would not judge you. I would just be here to help y'all.
Sweet. And then Denise couldn't make it today. So Tiffany?
Hello, everybody, again. So, as y'all can see, my name is Tiffany. I'm a junior here at SAM. I just extended my stay as of this semester because I added a minor. I'm majoring in biomed, and then I'm actually minoring in forensic science because, like Morgan, I want to be a medical examiner. Whoop, whoop, for the creepy. So, yeah, you can always ask me anything if you ever have any questions about, like, science. Probably not chemistry. Like, that's just me.
I'm terrible at chemistry, so
yeah, it ain't my thing. But yeah, and any questions about the body farm? I've been out there, so I'd love to talk to y'all about it. It's like my favorite thing. It's very, very cool.
It is really cool. And then during the summers, whenever you're a junior and a senior, you're able to take classes there. They're really freaking awesome. Like, really cool.
They're very cool. Very cool. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of it.
All right, cool. And then this is all of our emails. So all of our contact information, literally just, if you have any specific questions, like you have a specific question about money, contact our treasurer. I can answer questions about anything. Maria is in charge of the social media. Yeah, just, there's all of our contact information. And then only summer classes, yeah, they only offer them during the summer. So I will say it's hot. It's hot, it's humid, it's like, it's just kind of sort of gross, like, because you're out there and you're hot and you're sweating. But that's if you do, not all of them are outside. I did the one that was surface recovery. So I actually went out there and uncovered human remains, like actual human remains. And we had to act like we were, at the scene of a crime where we had to block it off and we had to dig through everything really, really gently. And it was like a whole 3-day process. And it was hot and we were out there for like 6 hours a day. But yeah, so that was my experience. And then also on this PowerPoint, I do have some useful links for you guys. So this is a link for the BMO Academic Consulting if you want to check out their website. And then more information about the MedSec, a link for advising. And then also, do we have any freshmen in here?
Me.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys know about learning communities, but they do have like learning communities for pre-med students, I know for sure. I don't know if that's something that you guys can do since you're already here, but if you can, I would encourage it. I wish I knew about it. It probably would really help. So.
Because I was in the freshman pre-med learning community whenever I was a wee fishy, but sadly enough, it's not advertised enough by Sam Houston State that you have to get into the pre-med learning community before you actually enter college.
Oh,
so whenever I found out about it, I was actually talking with Mrs. Harris about it on I think like my second time here, as far as like just advising, just listening to like the school, like trying to get her to sell me the school, and obviously she did. But so she told me about it, and then I had to write like a small essay for it, and then I was in the learning community, and was that. So sadly, it's not for anyone who's outside it at the moment, but it is something good. So if you know anyone who's in the learning communities, you can talk with them. You can also email Dr. Lin, who may seem scary. I promise you he's not. He is
cool.
men's clothing, and he will say that himself.
Yeah.
He says it like daily.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Dr. Lin's awesome.
And then
maybe that's why people think he's scary. I don't know.
But anyway, so I also added a link so you guys can read over undergraduate tuition for excessive hours. And I say this because I got completely blindsided. And I'm going to have to pay a lot of extra money my last semester. Like I'm talking like an extra $3,000 to $6,000 kind of extra money. So my best advice that I can give you guys as like freshmen, sophomores, if you feel like you're taking too many hours, like if you're registering for your classes and you're like, okay, 16 hours seems like a lot, I don't know if this is a good idea, it's not a good idea. Like if you have some type of voice in the back of your head saying, I probably shouldn't do this many hours, don't do it. Because the state of Texas will count every single hour you drop, every single hour you withdraw from, every single hour you fail, and every single hour that you retake. And once you hit a certain number of hours, closer to like your junior, senior years, then you have to pay more money. It's like, I think the limit is 150 hours. So I'll hit 150 hours after this semester, and I'll have to pay extra money next semester. So that's just something to like kind of sort of keep in the back of your head. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't stress yourself out. It's not worth it. Like I spent way too many semesters super, super stressed. I made mediocre grades. Like I have A, B, C, D's, and F's all over my transcript. Don't do that.
Hey,
But,
Morgan?
Yeah.
Does this count also for like transferred hours?
Yes. Every single hour that you've had in the state of Texas, it counts.
I will say though, do not be afraid, because some people can do it. Like I've been able to do it my whole time, and I've only gotten 2 B's my whole like time, and I'm a senior already.
Yeah, like yeah, definitely like don't be afraid to do it if you know that you can. But I will say, if you're like me and you know like like I don't do so well in chemistry, I've had to retake every single chemistry class. I took OChem 3 times before I passed. I should have known better. Like just know yourself is all I can say about that. And then can you see the total hours on your degree plan? Yeah, so whenever you go to DegreeWorks, do you guys know how to work DegreeWorks? Has anyone shown you guys how to work that? Okay, So what I might do is I might make a little video for DegreeWorks too. But for DegreeWorks, whenever you go to use it, you can view your degree plan. Yeah, the advisor for pre-med students and pre-health professional students, Renee Harris, she usually will walk you through DegreeWorks, and it helps out a lot. But it'll show you how many hours you've taken, how many you have left, and then you can also do what if functions and kind of sort of play with your degree. If you have, if you want to take a minor, but you don't know how many classes you'll have to take, you can just plug it into your what if and then see what happens. And that's it. And that's all I have for you guys. So, yep, that was the first meeting. Do you guys have any questions?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is it?
I think I remember sometime like when we just started the semester, you mentioned someone like from BCM,
Yes.
medicine,
Yes.
and the physician assistant.
Yes.
And the physician assistant program was coming. What day was that again? I think I missed
That's
this.
going to be in September. I don't remember exactly the date. So whenever you go back and look at your emails, if you can find an email with that welcome packet in there, all of the dates are in there. And it has a list of every single person that we have coming up. And then it's also available on OrgLink within the document section too.
Okay, thank you. Another question.
It would be a good way to seek out research.
Though this is not really particular.
Oops, sorry, go for it.
Huh? I'm sorry. One more question. This is more like a general stuff because I'm currently doing the UB, the ultimate back path, right? And under the organization part, it wants me. Huh?
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, I'm currently like working towards that. But like under the organization section, that's like a requirement in one part. For me though, like the Shamos thing popped up, but like my other organizations that I'm in, they're not coming up. So I don't know like what should I do?
So if they're not,
I'm like 4 other different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not popping up like on OrgLink or anything, that means that they may not have registered.
It is. Okay. It pops up on OrgLink, right? It just doesn't show up on the path. Like
that's
on
weird.
the huh?
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it actually shows like I'm in the groups on OrgLink, right? But then I get to like my path section where it shows like the organization checklist, and the only organization that shows on there is Shamos, and the other ones doesn't. So I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's really weird. So what I would do in that case is contact probably student activities, and then they might be able to answer your question on why it's not popping up, because from my understanding it should. I don't know why they wouldn't, but definitely contact student activities and see what they have to say.
Do you have the contact list?
So if you Google SHSU student activities, it should take you directly to the website, and then I believe on the right-hand side, it has like an option to contact, and then it should link you to your email. I'll include it in another email.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, and then going to the chat, what would be a good way to seek out research opportunities? So the best way to get involved in research is your professors. So, because they're the ones that are gonna kind of sort of like be able to tell if you're if you're good for their research. So talk to your professors, get to know your professors, oh my gosh, and then go from there. Because that's exactly how I got into research. Is my professor actually, she came to me and she said, would you be interested in doing research? And I was like, yes. So that's like the best thing, is just get to know the professor. I know it's awkward and it's like super stressful, but just do it, rip the Band-Aid off. It's you know, it's really beneficial.
Don't be afraid to ask your professor.
Yeah, do not be afraid of the professors. I know they seem scary. My entire first 3 years of college, I didn't talk to any of my professors, and now I regret it. So don't do that. Don't be like me. And then for OrgLink, do you have to make an account for full membership? Yeah, unfortunately. It's annoying. It sucks. That's just something that Sam Houston's making us do now. So whenever you get into OrgLink, you should be able to sign up with your Sam Houston information. and then you should be good to go. Yes. Yeah, for sure. What Jasmine said, take initiative. The more you talk to your professor and the more you engage in their class, the more they're going to like you and the more they're going to recognize you. So if you go up to them asking like, hey, can I get on your research, and they don't know your name, that's a problem. So definitely like just rip the Band-Aid off and just go talk to them. Go to office hours. Like I know a lot of professors, they have nobody coming to their office hours because students are scared of them. So
The same sort of thing like goes for shadowing too, for those of you who want to like be a doctor. How I got like my first shadowing hours, so like I want to be a medical examiner, right? And so I went down to Conroe and I literally went to the forensics office and I was just kind of like, hey, I met Sam. I want to do the thing with the bodies or whatever, and can I come here and like shadow? And they were like, yeah, just send us an email. And like we were like just talking. Like it was literally that easy.
yeah.
I have an opinion too.
Yeah.
With the shadowing part, because of COVID, like we know things are like closed right now, but that there's some virtual type shadowing, right?
Yes.
I can send the link to like to the group chat.
Yes.
So there's
If
actually
you want to be like a
shadowing
medical student,
and then there's virtual shadowing that's
yeah,
available.
yeah.
Some hospitals actually still offer in-person shadowing. Like I know St. Joseph's in Bryan College Station still offers in-person shadowing, and I'm going to be there actually Saturday, the shadow and OB-GYN there. But there's plenty of virtual opportunities for shadowing. Renee Harris has also sent out a couple of links and emails that which all of y'all should read your emails if you're pre-med, pre-health, anything like that. And she attached like I think it was like maybe 3 different things of virtual shadowing. So those are that's to get the ball rolling. There's plenty of other opportunities out there that you could ask for.
Yeah.
So the world is your oyster. You just have to go and find it and then pluck it and then shuck it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And then I know like a lot of smaller practices, like my optometrist, I believe she's still taking in shadowing people. So just kind of sort of depending like where you go. I know a lot of major hospitals aren't, but a lot of private practices might. So.
Is that in Huntsville?
So my optometrist is actually in Montgomery, Texas. I'll give you guys a list of contacts for you. I'm gonna give you guys lots of lists, I'm sorry. But I'll give you guys a list of contacts that we have that I know that if you reach out to them, they'll probably take you in for shadowing.
Are you talking about Dr. Cameron?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's like super, super high tech. She's getting into all kinds of new stuff. So if you're wanting to be like on cutting edge of medicine, she's on it. And then yes, what Jasmine said, that the office hours are not just for classwork, I 1000% agree. Like Dr. Goodspeed, she teaches intro to cell bio. I still talk to her on a regular basis. She's one of my favorite people. She'll probably give me a letter of recommendation because I love her. So definitely like, just like utilize them. I mean, just make those connections. That's all, like that's the most important part. Just make the connections. Sweet. Violet, make sure you message me. And then I'll definitely put them in for like next semester because ER docs are very hard to get. And I would love to talk to one. So, yep, that's all I have. Do you guys have any more questions? Even if it's like, just like anything. It's a virtual meeting, so we can do whatever. So taking her class right now, I would say, like as far as like studying for tests, her tests are very like comprehensive and not just straight answer. So I definitely do recommend going to your office hours and just making sure like you kind of sort of try to understand the material. And then if she likes you, I know she used to give extra credit for going into office hours. So.
Hey, Morgan, I'm going to have to skedaddle.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, if you guys need to leave, just go ahead. You're good.
All right. See y'all around.
See ya. Okay, any more questions? Whoops. Guess I need to stop sharing my screen in order to do that. Okay, if you guys don't have any more questions, that's it. Have a good day, and we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, thank you, by the way.
Yes, for sure.
Morgan, I was having some difficulties.
No, I saw. You froze.
Dude, I was like, oh my God, dude.
This is our vice president for everyone who's left.
Sorry, you'll keep seeing me eventually. All right, I have to go do my homework.
Good luck.
I'll see you. Bye.
Bye.